Hey everyone, today we're gonna spend the day in prison, waiting for 7 ER, and whenever you're really just saving for some big tech, all we really care about is just collecting our daily chests. So we got 3 right here, and win or lose, just gonna do these 6 ER attacks, and see how it goes. And good news is, tomorrow we go 7 ER, and even alone it should be an advantage compared to 6 ERs, even those with a bunch of other protos like Flotties, grapplers, extra snipers and stuff. And in fact, this guy has, I think, the extra snipers. Got 8 of them right here. But at least right now, again, chest collecting, and we want to get all 6 ERs. So in this one here, we can maybe do the old hit where we do 3 courier cannons on the left side, and on the right, 2 clones and 3 more. Here we can plan our 2 shocks, so maybe 1 on this side, and 1 especially covering that grappler. That Flotty might be a bit annoying, especially 1 on this side, but at least over here we can use a crystal shield to maybe keep our critters alive. So we can go ahead and try this right here. Get 3 of them going, these guys on that side. We'll do 1 serum, and then go ahead and do 2 shocks. We also want to do, I guess, a few turrets, because we got them yesterday. While on this side, start flooding some other buildings, get 1 serum going, and maybe a defib towards the left side, clear some mines. As we get a few of these critters out there, go on for the next building, get 1 more serum. And looking at the left side, turrets aren't doing too much, which kind of sucks, but still letting these guys go. And while that's going, we flood the next building. And once we have enough on this side, we can do that shield for that Flotty, and for the last ER. I guess what we can do is maybe just a bunch of arts in this last one. Got some critters out there. And even with a bunch of extra buildings, sure not the fastest time, but getting a 305. So either way we can see right here, especially against a really dirty base. It looks like some good starts too, first win of the day. And even though on a lot of these bases, now turrets aren't too much of a value, they're going to be really strong at 7. Because 7 opens up where there's always at least one engine that you can really just take out on its own. I want to speed up on this hit just to show that Flotty and how shield interacts with it. It's really just getting a good timing. I guess we didn't really need it because we have so many critters on the right side, but it might come in handy on 7 ERs. Whenever the Flotty dies, you can pop a crystal shield, and everything just stays alive. Explodes, but critters, rifles, anything else doesn't take any damage. And as we're approaching 7 ER, we can also think about how we want to spend tokens. We really want to save for max rockets, so that's one thing. Lasers, we don't even want to touch, so leave it level 1. Already cried for a few hours because they're not going to be meta, but I guess it's just courier cannons, which is kind of surprising. And even after rockets, you want to save 2 million after that for unlocking Rudy eventually. So that's why I leave lasers at level 1 and just save onto those tokens. But speaking of 7, we got 1 right here, and we can show how good that turrets are. This guy with 50 building health. And we did the Rainmaker hit, which is a bit complicated, but there's the other one right here with just courier cannons. We'll go 2 on the left side. Well, in this case, I think even 1 is fine. And then 2 clones, the rest on the right. So just 1 courier cannon on this side, everyone else here, 2 serums either side, and over here just 1 shock. And here we're going to do 3 turrets, 1 a bit close for that shock launcher, 2 a bit further back. And now start flooding more buildings. Alec going for that cannon first. And not even while it's there, go on for that rocket. Get a defib going for some mines. We'll actually get 1 more serum, maybe a shield on this side too, and go for other buildings. So 1, I like this machine gun right here. Machine gun goes down, you can see the hit that shock launcher on the left side. You can shock this stuff right there. And maybe 1 more serum pretty soon. Last few arts on the right side to speed these guys up. And looks like a 308. So against 50 building health, maybe it's around the same time, but they should be faster. Well, sometimes they should be faster. And since we are going to face a lot more 7s coming up, especially tomorrow, I guess we can break down this general style of hit. So like on this one, you only need one crit cannon for this ER, electing one serum and then one shock. Shock because, especially if there's a flame, you want to not only pin down that boom cannon, but also that splash defense. Whereas on this side, you go with 2 rifles and 5 crit cannons. As soon as you put those down, you get 1 serum going. And then on the right, you can see the turrets are really important on those 7 ER hits, because 3 alone can just take the engine out. So you do 1 kind of close on that side, just distracting that shock launcher, and then 2 a bit spaced out. You want to do it far enough so they don't hit that flame, but close enough that they still reach that engine. And you get those going pretty early because they take a while. And then otherwise, it's really about what you flare on the base. You want to move all your crit cannons this way, so we flare that cannon. Also, if you do serum, let's say your clone rifles, they can also get rid of those boom mines. And it's really for positioning because right away we flare this rocket right here, because then you get so many critters on this side and eventually just 1 shield can help get it down. And when you do flare this rocket, you also want to do a defib for those mines right here, because again, pairing defib with flares means you can get a bit more mines. And once there's enough critters on the left side, you do your final flare. I like going for this machine gun right here or any building next to the engine, because what happens is all our crit cannons kind of stand in this area. So even after the machine gun dies, they naturally start hitting that shock launcher and maybe even some on this side. And once you have critters everywhere, all these engines die almost around the same time. Sometimes if you have GBE, you can maybe shock this right shock launcher, or even this machine guns like in the last hit. But even though there's a lot going on, I feel like it's a bit safer and easier hits at 7. And we can watch a hit again just to show what we meant. So again, doing 1 crit cannon on the left side, everyone else on the right. We electing serums at the same time and 1 shock there. And again with the turrets, 1 further left to distract that shock launcher. And then even ours, we did 1 a bit too close to the flame. Could have done it a bit further, maybe around that boom mine. Otherwise, throwing this rocket, doing a defib. And once we have enough critters, then we can do a serum and flare the right side. All the critters you already had can deal with this middle one. Again, all the while, critters taking care of the left side, turrets on the right. And here they just shoot left side, right side, and you got critters everywhere. So any leftover GBE, you can maybe shock some buildings, do 1 final serum, and zooming out if the right side needs some help, or some artillery. And even after 7 ER, we got some good stuff after too. It hurts to bring up lasers again, but after that we got some troop damage and building health, and those are a big help too. Even beyond that, then we can think about backfilling for maybe some other protos like 2 sky shields, even a hero like Rudy, but we can decide once we get there. And here we got another 7, so we'll do a pretty similar kind of hit. Because there's a boom cannon on the right side, what I like doing is 1 art to, we call it marking it. If a building is more damaged than things like turrets or really any other troop are going to hit it first. Otherwise on this side, I guess we can do 2 crit cannons, only because those critters can eventually go for this left side. So still doing the same loadout, but just 2 on the left. To get those guys going, these guys here. And again, 1 shock on the left side, 1 art for that boom cannon, and then do 3 turrets. Otherwise, watch these guys go. Throw that cannon right now. And we'll do a defib both on the left and the right, because we want to get a few more buildings and clear those mines. So here we can do 1 shield for that flame, and then get a serum going right there. Those turrets might take a while. I think he might have had 100 building health. And in those cases, there's not much you can do but wait. We'll do 1 more serum on this side. And I think there's enough critters, so a few more arts over here. Any leftover on the left, but maybe still not a terrible time. Again, I think 7 should get around 310, 315, so we'll see right here. But this guy, well, it's still a fast time, but I guess not fast enough. Which really shouldn't be the case, because I was thinking 7 ER might be a push, but I guess at some point 6 ER could be also to 24. But at least it's good practice knowing those 7 ER hits. Well, I think it's still 6 ER hits, but it's just that offense applied to 7s. So still getting that chest, and got one more hit to go. And already you can see the start of that 7 ER meta. Looks like still kinda like 6, kinda like 5 clones and current cannons. Except in this case, now using turrets for one engine. So things might change as people get more defenses, as people get Rudy. On this 7, I guess it's also slightly different. Got 2 engines on this side. So in that case, we only want this engine down with current cannons, so we'll do 1 on the left. And then 2 clones, everyone else on the right. Here the boom cannon is on the left side, so we can just do 3 turrets like normal. This time doing a better job so they're not too close to that ER for that flame. So right now doing 1 on the left, everyone else on the right side, get a couple of serums going, 1 shock on the left, and get a few turrets. So here pretty soon, can go ahead for that sniper, 1 serum going, and when they're kind of close, we go for this engine, get a defib going on this side. Here we want to wait maybe a few seconds, even 1 more serum, and get a shield, and now we can go for the right side. Just to make sure there's enough craters on the left so we can take that down. So on the right here, get 1 more serum going, turrets on the right, a little bit slow but maybe okay. But still waiting just a bit. And maybe 1 more serum up top for those critters, and the rest artillery on this side. So on this one, pulling another 308. I think all these 7s had 50 building health. But let's see if he's faster. And this time he was. So 2 seconds. And that's kind of what we were expecting more of, at least as a 6 ER. You're just chest collecting and shouldn't be winning too much. But either way, getting our 3 chests. And the big thing is tomorrow, we can open up 7. Again, once we get lasers, we're not going to touch them. Save your tokens on... In fact, even right now. Well, I think we can not only max rockets, but still have enough for everything else. Of course, max rockets help against clone rifles, against critters. And each of these boosts cost around 1 million, so we should have enough once we get there. And that's a plan for the next couple days, and those are the 6 ER hits. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.